Final results of Kenya's presidential elections will be announced shortly. Kenyans went to the polls last Tuesday to elect a president as well as a governor and representatives to the National Assembly and Senate. For more on this, I'm joined in studio by SABC News International editor Sophie Mokoena. Thank you very much, Ms. Sophie, for joining us. It's been a very tight race between the two runners, that is Raila Odinga and William Ruto. Very close indeed. What do you expect to come out in the next few moments?
Well, we expect to finally know who has won the Kenyan elections, but I think the margin is going to be very small. We are likely to see a rerun, or whoever gets it, it is going to be a very small margin. And therefore, I think very soon we'll see the chairperson of the Electoral Commission in Kenya. As you can see, I think the visuals there that the people have already arrived, and currently it is entertainment with different choirs singing since this morning. I think to kind of cool the temper this morning, the chairperson of the Electoral Commission in Kenya decided to invite different choirs to come and perform. You know that in recent days we've seen some standoff here at the Results Center, as you can see, and I think we are almost there, and I think it will be better for Kenya.
Yes, of course, our colleague Sarah Kimani, who's been covering this election for us closely, she's been saying that, you know, the elections have not been associated with the usual violence of the past. That's a good thing, and hopefully as the results are announced, there's not going to be any violence.
Yes, I think this time around many leaders did ensure that in terms of those who support them, understand that peace is quite important for Kenya. You know, in 2008 there was violence. In 2017 they did try to ensure that there's no violence, because many people who were particularly participating as international observers and a team from the AU did advise whoever is aggrieved to go to court, and the leaders then, particularly Raila Odinga, did use the legal means to lodge his complaint, and there was a rerun, and of course finally Uhuru Kenyatta was able to win again. And I think this time around, because there was a change of alliance and coming to issues related to perhaps the groups, because you saw earlier on that there was a fallout between the Deputy President William Ruto and the sitting President Uhuru Kenyatta, and therefore that realignment did assist also in terms of cooling down the tempers, and I think that did help, and campaigning was quite peaceful. I'm sure here and there were pockets of standoff like any other country, but generally it was very peaceful. And then also on election day, much as there were challenges and some areas couldn't go to the polls, generally there was relative peace, and people were able to exercise their right to vote in a very peaceful environment. Only towards the end now, when the Electoral Commission was looking at verifying those results from different constituencies, you saw some standoff at the Results Center. But I think what is helping is that the current chair has been there for quite a long time, and he is now able to manage different expectations and behaviors of different political parties, and very calm. And that is why even this morning he invited the choir, different choirs, you know, singing there, and I think he is very up to the task in terms of managing any volatile situation, and we expect that very soon, when he is announcing those results, much as there might be skirmishes here and there in the countryside, particularly the stronghold of different people, the person who would have lost, but I think he is able to manage this situation very well.
Yeah, so what are your reflections of Uhuru Kenyatta and his tenure? What kind of impact has he made in Kenya, do you think?
Well, I think when he came in as a person who was going to really deliver for Kenya, but I think he was found wanting, and that is why you see people now are not supporting him, because by rejecting Jubilee Party, it simply means that they are rejecting him because he was the leader of the Jubilee Party that decided to form a coalition with Raila Odinga's party. And you can see that where you have the Jubilee Party, the performance of the party wasn't that good. Even him, President Uhuru Kenyatta, a constituency where he is, he lost everything to William Ruto, and currently they don't see eye to eye. And you can see that the people of Kenya were not happy about the current administration. And I think much as he did try, like any other leader, particularly at the international stage, as we speak, Kenya is a member of the Security Council, non-permanent member of the Security Council. We saw Kenya taking a hard line during the start of the war in Ukraine, and also recently Kenya becoming a mediator in terms of the conflict in the Great Lakes region, where you have a conflict between the M23 rebels and the DRC troops. Currently, Kenya is in charge of that process, and I think the region giving him that authority to handle that problem, and also issues that are related to the Horn of Africa.
Ms. Sophie, thank you very much for those comments that you're giving us on the Kenyan elections, and of course as soon as we start getting those results, we'll go live to that. Sophie Mokoena, she's our international editor here at SABC.